Hi, I'm Krista Jarrard with the Center for Systemic Healing. And today I wanted to speak with you about the possibility, what that would look like to remember our humanity. From my experience, the first step to that is remembering that we are human. As much as we try, we are human. We're not immortal. We're not immaculate conception. We may be eternal soul and evolving spirit and collaborating physical form, but we all share a birth and a death, an entrance and an exit. And when we look into the world today, what I hear most often from open-hearted, caring individuals is, where is our humanity? Where is humanity? You know, we can try to be in the world and not of it, but we have this physical form and spirit that has just been getting a real workout. When I look into the world and can feel beyond the anger and chaos to become in touch with the level of, disconnection and suffering, what I see that's different and more is a level of overwhelm that we all share. And remember, disconnection can look like many things. And for me, that separation, that disconnection is a source, if not the source, of humanity's suffering. But that's a topic for another time. So we've been doing the best with our coping skills, and now we want to hone our thriving skills, because it's my feeling that we do not yet understand the magnitude of this time and what we're working with. From my perspective, what's helpful to understand is that most people that we encounter, that we see, are either activated or traumatized, because humanity is in survival. And that's not something new. That's how we've been living for decades. It's been passing for normal. And we're coming to this understanding that it is not sustainable. This adrenalized, disconnected, power-hungry grind culture of always seeking more. Pushing our being into doing. When there's a theme of lack and disconnection, a void, we want to fill it with more. This is such a primal thing within humans. And there's so many ways that we cancel out our humanity. But one way that's kind of sitting with me today is just how I notice more and more people are not interested in a critical thinking, in honing skills of discernment. It's so easy to get distracted. The pull of the whatever it is right now has a huge pull. So modern culture cancels out our humanity with labels. It trusts in our lack of initiative or curiosity to use our critical thinking. It's much easier to label something. And usually as soon as we label something, it makes it the enemy, which keeps us stuck looping forever in this us versus them and bad versus good paradigm. Now, I had a client a while back that came to me very distraught about their son. And the session finally got to a place where this man shared he felt his son had a demon, as if that was going to be the answer to everything. And my response to him was, if he does, he needs you to see him as your son more than anything else. So it's, it's this us not seeing the person, this lack of intimacy, that we all are missing. This, as we're, living with these waves and these currents of more and more acceleration, we have to be more and more grounded in our beingness. So yes, there's all type of labels and diagnosis and categories, but anything that generalizes disconnects from seeing our unique humanity. And so this is something I've never heard anybody else talk about, but this is so prevalent. It's so prevalent. It's really hard to avoid it. Just how we language things. Words are powerful. They are entities to themselves. So every time we use a word, especially now, they're very powerful. I may speak to that more in another video. But just, our languaging, toxic people, toxic situations, you're not going to, toxic is poison. So that's the fact of that word, that it will do that to you. Stay in the positive, too much drama. I hear that all the time. And I'm so surprised I'm hearing it for the people that I'm hearing it from. Because I have to tell you, if there's too much drama, there's trauma at the source of that. So yes, it can be too much trauma, but let's bring the humanity in and speak to the fact of that, to what is essential, to think for yourself, to see the human, to put yourself in that person's shoes, and just remember the words we use, the words we choose, they can either broaden and allow our life to be more spacious, or they continue that narrowing path that is getting tighter and tighter in this old paradigm of thinking. So labels are lazy. And every moment that honors our humanity, that sees, that includes our family system and allows us to move beyond the limits of our family system, to get in touch with our unique birth blueprint that we came into the world with, our own exceptional contribution to life. So that remembering, and just an awareness that in these polarized times, there's activated or harmonized. So we talked about this brief about the activated, the separated. But there's a world of spiritual bypassing going on as well. And I just invite you to, to check yourself with that, because in our seeking solace, we want to be harmonized by prayer, by meditation, but mindfulness. But we can be aware that when something happens, the trigger is right under the surface now. It's right there waiting for us. So that's what I'm talking about. And you'll notice that I use the word we most of the time, because I'm not immune to this. I speak from my experience. And humanity is in a highly sensitized state. Humanity is in a highly sensitized state. In a way, we have all become empathic. So in my next video, I will speak about that more, speak about the astrology of this time in regards to the how and the why now. We thought we had done our work. We thought we had healed this. How can this still be showing up? We've fought the fight. And it's still as raw. It's more raw than ever, because it is yet to be transformed. It's yet to be included and transformed. And that is a purpose of this now. So as a constellation facilitator, I enter my work from the embodied knowing that the world is upside down. And we get to step into that sacred space of the constellation. We become in touch. We can feel it. We can feel the natural flow of life, the natural orders of life. These natural and crucial connections that support human beingness. And we're definitely not there yet. And we're moving through a lot, through these waves and ups and downs and ins and out. People are operating from the old paradigm of taking it all on, being the hero, being the overgiver, being the superhero, being the dictator, the perpetrator, or just leaving, checking out. So this is our challenge, to move through this together. We are at a threshold. So this is what I'm calling my threshold material. And my experience is, until we consent to being human, we can't evolve to become more. We have to move through. So remembering our family, our ancestor, our lineage that goes back to the beginning of humanity. To recollect those parts of us that have not been accessible for years or decades, and to recall, to invoke those parts of us, that unique contribution that we bring to this time, to this threshold time. So I thank you for listening. If you're interested in finding out more about either the At a Threshold 4-week online series, or doing a private piece of work with me, please check out the details connected to this video. wish you all the best and many blessings to you.